then pyrolysis. Then we did alkenes.
In chemical properties of alkene, what all things we discussed? Which all reactions have been discussed here? Jopol, are you here?
Yes, ma'am. Looking at my notebook. One second.
Yeah.
Ma'am, we did the addition of dihydrogen, addition of halogens, and I think that's all I've written.
Okay, did we discuss Marconi's rule? Did we?
Yes, ma'am, we have discussed.
Okay. Okay, Ayan, thank you. Anyway, we are in alkenes. We are discussing the different reactions of alkene. And the first reaction was addition of hydrogen, dihydrogen. That has been discussed earlier. So adding dihydrogen, that has been discussed already in alkanes as well. Then we move to addition of halogens. Addition of halogens is same like in the form of addition of hydrogen. The double bond across the double bonded carbon, the halogens will be added. Then we move to the addition of hydrogen halides, and it is slightly different from the other two addition, that is hydrogen and halogen. So here it has been divided into two different cases, symmetrical alkenes and unsymmetrical alkenes. So in the case of symmetrical alkenes, you will get only one product, and that is a mean product. There is no other confusion. You are directly getting your product in either way of adding the hydrogen halide. Then we move to the unsymmetrical alkene where we have to use Markovnikov's rule. Yeah, so what is Markovnikov's rule? Can somebody give me the definition and how we are using it in the reaction?
We just reached here yesterday, ma'am.
We didn't discuss?
We didn't discuss, ma'am. You just explained to us how there will be two products. Then you told you'll explain the rest today.
Okay, no problem. That means yesterday we might have just discussed how the different products are possible when your alkene is unsymmetrical. So I'll just repeat that part for the continuation. So here I have taken propene. Propene is unsymmetrical because across the double bonds, the groups present are not identical. That is why we call it as unsymmetrical alkene. When you have an unsymmetrical alkene and when you are adding HBr, let's say example, there are two types of products are possible based on you can have hydrogen added over here and bromine to the next carbon. That is the one possibility. The other possibility is that hydrogen is added over here and bromine is added over here because HBr has got a positive part and negative part. So it could be like can be added across any carbon atom, because carbon is double bond and that double bond is breaking down and you need to add this H and Br across the double bonded carbon. So it can go anywhere. Because of this thing, you can have two different products. First one is CH3, CHBr, CH3, and the other product is like CH3, CH2, CH2, Br. So I hope it is clear how the two products are different. It is just because H can go to any carbon in double bond. Similarly, bromine can go to any carbon which was in double bond. So because of that, what you can say, freedom of joining, you have two different products. But among this, only one product will be major product or the dominating product, and that is can be found out. That major product can be found out using Markovnikov's rule. That is where the Markovnikov's rule is important. When you are expecting more than one product and one of the product will be dominating the major product, and you can find out the dominating major product using Markovnikov's rule. So as per the Markovnikov's rule, the definition says that the negative part of the addendum means the adding molecule or adding part, which will be get attached to the carbon which possess less number of hydrogen atom. So you have HBr, that is what you are adding. So as per the Markovnikov's rule, if you look into their polarity, hydrogen is positive in charge and Br is negative in charge. That is why the negative part of addendum means Br minus. Positive part of the addendum is H plus. Okay, so when you look back to this equation and when you start applying the Markovnikov's rule, first thing to be noted, the change will happen only to the carbons in double bond. So this CH3, which I have circled now, was not having a double bond or not part of the double bond directly. So that CH3 will not have any changes, no addition over there. All the addition will take place to the carbon which is in double bond. So in order to apply Markovnikov's rule, what you have to do is like look into the number of hydrogen atom on each carbons. So here this carbon has got one hydrogen and this carbon has got two hydrogen. Okay, that you can see CH, that means one hydrogen, CH2 mean two hydrogen. So when you apply Markovnikov's rule, the negative part of the addendum, that is HBr, in HBr negative part is Br, will get attached to the carbon containing less number of hydrogen. Okay, so this product will be dominating, because negative part has to join to the carbon containing less number of hydrogen, so that the hydrogen will go to the carbon containing more number of hydrogen. So you can define it in that way also. Negative part will go to the carbon containing less number of hydrogen. That means the positive part, that means here it is hydrogen, will go to the carbon containing more number of hydrogen. So this product will be dominating, or it will be the major product expected in this reaction. It's a very, very, very important rule. You can see in coming 2-3 reactions also, Markovnikov rules is applicable. So once you know it, then you can easily understand the coming reactions as well. Am I clear? What is Markovnikov's rule?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we will discuss some more examples just to check your understanding. But one thing is there, this rule is applicable when your alkene is unsymmetrical and you're adding a substance like HBr or anything where the positive and the negative parts are not same. If you have H2, you're adding H2, Cl2, Br2, then there is no such confusion because they are identical. The part of the atoms are identical, so there is no polarity. But HBr and all, there is positive and negative part. In such cases, Markovnikov's rules product will be the major product. That means the negative part of the addendum will be added to the carbon containing less number of hydrogen. That you need to keep in your mind. If that is the case, let's move to an example. We'll do a question. Please make sure that you write all these questions in your notebook because it won't be there in the slide. So please copy the question and so what is this compound? Name this compound. And after that, write the product of adding HBr to this compound. So first name this compound. What is this compound? What's its name? Yes. How can you name this compound? Jadin, tell me, how can you name this compound? Vishal, sorry, Vishesh, can you tell me your, can you name this compound? Can somebody else, if the whose audio is working, can respond?
Is it 2-methyl butene?
2-methyl?
Butene.
Yeah, it will be 2-methyl butene. On the second carbon atom, you have a methyl group, and second carbon atom, you have a double bond as well. Okay. So what will be the major product of adding HBr to this compound? What will be the major product?
Ma'am, I'm not sure, but I think it's 2,2 bromomethyl butane.
That means bromine will add to which carbon? Carbon 2 or carbon 3 in this
two.
numbering? Yeah, it will be added to carbon 2 because that is containing less. So you need to look into only these two carbon because other two 1 and 4 is not part of the double bond. So will not have any changes. So the product will be CH3, CH2, CH3, here also CH3, same thing, and bromine will be here. So what will be the product name, Prasanna?
Ma'am, 2,2 bromomethane methyl butane.
You will not put 2,2, that is when you have identical groups present. Here one is a bromine and other one is a methyl. So you can separately specify 2 bromo.
Okay, 2 bromo, 2 methyl butane. Okay.
2 methyl butane. Okay, this is how you can easily find out the major product, and in the exams also you don't have to worry about the minor product unless they ask you to write both and identify which is major and minor. Okay, otherwise you just write what is the major product and that is what important for us. So this is what Markovnikov's rule is. Am I clear with this example? Any doubt to anybody? Okay, let's do one more. I hope you've done this question completely. We'll do one more.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Here also name the compound and then write the product after the addition of HBr.
Ma'am. Ma'am, what if both the carbon atom has equal number of hydrogen atom?
In that case, it will be like giving you like both the products.
Okay, ma'am. Got it.
Okay, otherwise it will be symmetrical. Somehow it will get symmetrical, mean then you will get only one product. In the either way, you are getting the same product. Otherwise, it will be like both the product almost half and half.
Okay, ma'am.
So what is the name of this compound? Yusuf, are you here, Yusuf? Yusuf, can you hear me? No response. No, Yusuf is not here. So I think the mark should be provided as per the response. Maheshwar, what is the name of this compound? You can just type the name in the chats, no issues. Sanfer, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I think it's 2-bromo 1,2-dimethyl butane. The answer.
Product?
Yeah, the product.
Okay, what is the name of this compound? That's what I want to know first.
Ma'am, I think that is 1,2-dimethyl but 1-ene.
Is it a butene?
Ma'am, it's pent, right? The longer chain has
Oh,
bicarbonate.
sorry. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
It will be pentene. Only thing is that I just throw it in this way. And you all are like looking that, okay, don't straight chain doesn't mean that you have to write in one lane. Okay, even if you
Yes.
draw it this way, this is continuous. It should be continuous. So it will be 3-methyl pent 2-ene. Okay, it will be 3-methyl pent 2-ene. Okay, yes, and for what was the major product? You were telling me the product.
Yes, ma'am. No, I think I took it as methyl, so I'll just change my answer.
No, that does not make any difference. If you look into this one, the naming, that is different thing. But if you look at the structure, you can write the product. So bromine will go to which carbon? Carbon number 2 or 3. That is what my question. Because the
Ma'am,
rest of the carbons will not have any changes.
yes, ma'am. Third one.
Third carbon, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That is the only thing. And here you will get CH2, CH3. And now how can you name this compound?
Ma'am, 3-bromo, 3-methyl pentane.
Yeah, correct. Okay, so this is what Markovnikov's rule. You will find some more questions. I will upload a worksheet basically for this one so that you can get more questions, like you practice on solving such. So, any doubt in this one, Markovnikov's rule? Because next, if you want to understand anti-Markovnikov's rule, then this part should be very clear. That is why we are doing enough examples. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay. Let's move. Next one is anti-Markovnikov's addition, which is also known as peroxide effect or rash effect. As per this effect, when peroxides are present in the reaction mixture, when you're doing this addition of hydrogen halides, especially adding HBr to an unsymmetrical alkene is done in presence of peroxide, then the product formed will be the one which is contrary to the Markovnikov's rule. That means if with propene, when you add HBr, as we discussed as per the Markovnikov's rule, the negative part will go to the carbon containing less number of hydrogen. So you are supposed to get the product as CH3, CHBr, CH3. This is supposed to be the major product. Okay, but if the same reaction is carried out in the presence of a peroxide, peroxides are class of compounds, okay, and there are different types of peroxides are there, benzoyl peroxide, hydrogen peroxides, you know, very commonly in inorganic, but in organic also you have benzoyl peroxides. And when these compounds are present, then the product will be the other one which is other than the Markovnikov's rule. Right? So here the product is CH3, CH2Br. That means bromine has added to the carbon containing more number of hydrogen. That means it is just contradicting the Markovnikov's rule. So this effect which happens for HBr addition and only in the presence of a peroxide is known as peroxide effect. It is also known as rash effect because it is named after the scientist who has found out this kind of behavior in presence of peroxide. So it is also known as anti-Markovnikov's because it is just opposite or contradicting the Markovnikov's rule. So here when you in the reaction exam also they will be writing on the arrows only just write any kind of peroxides. When you have a peroxides on the arrows, it is very clear that you will get a product which is not a Markovnikov's product. And this happens only in the case of HBr. HCl and HI addition does not follow this effect. So I'll repeat, anti-Markovnikov's or peroxide or rash effect means during the addition of HBr to an unsymmetrical alkene, usually we get product as per the Markovnikov's rule. But when the reaction is carried out under by adding peroxides in the medium, this kind of medium will will give you a product which is contradict to the Markovnikov's rule. That means negative part of the addendum will go to the carbon containing more number of hydrogen. The actual Markovnikov's rule is negative part will go to carbon containing less number of hydrogen. But anti-Markovnikov's mean negative part will go to the carbon containing more number of hydrogen. That is the difference between Markovnikov's and anti-Markovnikov's rule. Am I clear here? Okay, let's do an example. I have written this formula of 1-butene. Okay, and I want you to write the product of adding HBr, direct HBr addition, and adding HBr in presence of peroxide. Write the product you're expected to get in both the case on adding HBr and on adding HBr in presence of peroxide. On adding HBr, simply adding HBr means Markovnikov's rule, and adding HBr in presence of peroxide is anti-Markovnikov's rule. Johan, are you there, Johan? Can you hear me, Johan? Johan, are you there? Yes, Johan. What will be the product you get? What happened to your audio? Why are you not using it? You can just type the answer, Johan. Either the name. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, ma'am, but our computer class started, like the meeting started.
Okay. It's just 9:35. The bell is just ringing only. Okay. Anyway, no issues. Fine. Thank you. We'll meet you all next week. Try to find the answer for this question. We will discuss it. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Happy weekend.
Same to you. Bye.